We are back and we are going to look at the drop for this summer house track. We are continuing on from last week where we did the drums, the instruments and the effects, and now we're going to look at the chords and the bass in the drop and then the vocals. This track is called Tonight and it's out on all platforms. I'll leave a link in the description so you can go and check it out. The drop sounds like this without any vocals in. As you can see, first half of the drop is just one pattern repeated, and then the second half of the drop is a new pattern with additional layers. So if we dig into the first half, you can see up here, so this is a new pad I've added, layered with the pad from the intro, and then we've got two bass sounds that also layer over the pad and then they play their own little role as well. So let's look at the instruments first. So this is a pad that sounds like this. And it's from a pack. You can see here which pack it's from. Looks like this. And then we have the pad from the intro, which is just this. And then we have our bass sounds, which are also from a pack, which you can see here. And another bass sound. And now if we go into the pattern, I've basically just followed the chords from the intro and extended them a bit. So with the first sound, we're playing in step. It's playing like that. So it's got this layer, then it's got a bass layer here, another bass layer, and then layered with this. That just gives it this full sound. And then we've got this bass sound here, layered. To give some variation in between each chord play. And it pretty much does that. You can see here. It stays pretty similar throughout, with just the variation. So I've taken the bass out, for example, here. So it's just this one bass playing to give it a bit more variation. And then if we go down to the varied part, you can see I've just added another layer here. And now the bass sound is going a bit more crazy as well with the pattern. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for the drop. It's very simple. It's just lots of layering and lots of cool little melodies in between the chords. And then if we come to the second drop, I've just varied it even more. And pretty much what I've done here is just switched around the bass and the chords. So the bass is playing and then the chords, rather than the chords playing then the bass. So if we listen to this. basically just using creativeness to come up with some sort of sound, and then it returns to its previous form here, like it did in the first drop, for the second half of the second drop. And then once it gets to the end of the second drop, rather than doing some fancy outro, I literally just let the tune end, because I feel like it's already long enough and doesn't need an outro. Okay, moving on to the vocals. So let's go over the vocal effects first. So I found this sample here, and I liked the end of it, so I cut all the other bits out and used the end bit. As some background sound for the intro, and then I've got a little woo sound here, just to keep it grooving. And then I've got this reverse vocal effect to keep the drop varied. And that is everything, kept it nice and simple. And then we've got the vocals here. Closer. And we've got a little video to show you of how these vocals were created, which I'll play right now.
Move a little closer. Let me feel your hands against my skin. Maybe it's the change of season, but the world keeps spinning and I can't get you out of my head. I've waited too long, baby. Can't you see that you're making me act crazy? Only you make me feel this way. Somebody help me, I need a savior tonight.
And I actually rendered all these vocals in another project. So this is the final stem of the vocals. And then I've just popped them into the tune. Let me show you the project file for the vocals, and then you'll understand why. This is the vocal project. Now, as you can see, there is a lot going on here. So we've got a layer, the main vocal here, then we've got vocal shouts here, automation, layering, and then the drop vocals, and then more layering down here. This is the first time we've ever worked on a track together. So we experimented quite a lot and layered lots of different ideas and kept trying until we finally found things that worked. So for the intro, we just recorded loads of different shouts. Then I picked the best ones.
Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. Come on.
And then I just put various effects on it. Then I used Decimort on a few of them to make them sound like gritty, like this.
Yeah.
Just to give some variation. So now coming in to the verse.
Move a little closer. Let me feel your hands against my skin. Maybe it's the change of season, but the world keeps spinning and I can't get you out of my head.
So right here we've got the main vocal, then we've got this vocal here which I've added delay to, and then we've got layers here and here, layers here, and here.
Move a little close. Move a little close. Move a little close.
As you can hear there, and then you can hear the layers here.
Let me feel your hands again. Let me feel your hands against my skin.
And as you can see on these tracks, I've just EQ'd them, added some limitation, some compression, and then de-essed them, added effects afterwards.
It's the change of season, but the world keeps spinning and I can't get you out of my head.
And then in this second part, instead of adding like drums as a build-up, we decided to try and layer the vocals even more to give it that rising feeling of a drop coming, rather than just being simple about it and using drums. So here we've got loads of different layers, which if I zoom in on, you can see like choir style, so you can hear.
I've waited too long, baby. Can't you see that you're making me act crazy?
And then we've put that all together with the main vocal.
I've waited too long, baby. Can't you see that you're making me act crazy? Only you makes me feel this way. Somebody help me. I need a savior tonight.
And then we added a final layer on the end here.
Makes me feel this way. Somebody help me. I need a savior tonight.
And then the drop happens.
Tonight.
We've just recorded loads more little elements and put them all together to get it to sound like this.
Tonight. Body. Somebody help me feel this way. Tonight. Tonight. I need a savior tonight.
And then that's pretty much just repeated throughout the drop. In the breakdown, we recorded loads of different whispers. Added loads of reverb and delay. And then it's pretty much just repeated itself until right at the end here, where we added a final outro style vocal.
Body, can you see? Body, only you. Somebody help me feel this way. Only you. Tonight. Only you. Tonight. Only you.
And that gives it the kind of feel that the track's coming to an end, and then it ends. So yeah, that is the vocals. If you've got any questions about that, let me know in the comments. It's kind of hard to go over the processing, but the main processing I do is like here. So I will EQ, then I will compress to bring the vocals to a level that I'm happy with, and then I will DS, as you can see here, add some more EQ, and then add some sort of effect like Echo Boy, or like here I've used Decimort or Fruity Delay. So there's loads of different options. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy.